Question: I was waiting until June before I would restart my automatic writing experiments, because I wanted to see if any of the predictions I got here got any validity, but that seems not to be so important anymore. Could you at least tell me what is going on in the world in general? What is all this about? Everything? Anything? Answer: your question is coming out as empty or devoid of any real intention, but if what you want is a summary of the many different events and circumstances going on in and around your planet, we can just say that everything is going according to plan. Plans have accelerated for a number of factors, and the dates that many of you are expecting the changes to start becoming more obvious are not going to be the exact ones. Everything is going as it should be going. That's all I want to say about it. Question: is flooding of the planet something inevitable? I had a short vision, where I saw floating cities around the Earth, cities that would move from one place to another. Can you tell me more about that, in case it was not just my own imagination? Answer: you should know by now that nothing is definite when the future is concerned. It's all timelines, and where in them you choose to be situated. But yes, indeed, floating cities is part of the way the new population on Earth will be located. There will be some dry areas during the time most of the changes are taking place, but there will be a great number of the floating cities as you mentioned, which will be able to move all across the planet as it pertains to different tasks they will be performing as a whole. And yes, a dramatic increase in the sea level is still showing up in most of the timelines, as that is one of the Earth's main self-defense mechanisms. Again, I should remind you that the future is never stable, so all this could or could not take place at all. Question: I still don't understand that. Sounds like a very complacent answer, like, everything could go wrong, or everything could be right. There's no definite way to foresee what's coming on next for this planet. Answer: what's the point of you knowing that? Will you change your life according to any information we may give you? Would you do things different tomorrow? Would it change your way of looking at things? Would it really make any difference in your life? There's no point in repeating answers we have already given you. Suffice to say, nothing is set in stone, as you may think of it. We have access to more tools than many of you may have to predict weather conditions, but what Earth itself may do when the time comes, it's still something Earth's collective consciousness must decide by itself. Question: collective consciousness. What is that about? Answer: you keep asking questions you don't even know what they mean. Earth is something you can't comprehend right now. We have already given you some basic information of what it is, but even on its most basic levels, we remind you that Earth is indeed alive, and as such, it has its own consciousness, but its consciousness is interspersed with the conscious of all living things in the planet, and that forms part of the collective consciousness of Earth. We say nothing is set in stone yet because there may still be chances for some things to change, even if those chances are very slim. All in all, this is all part of the plan, and nothing to be worried or concerned about at all. Question: you seem to be making judgment calls and seem more opinionated than before. Maybe I am not receiving the right kind of information? Answer: that's not what it is. Everything we may transmit to you still has to be filtered by your own mind. Therefore, everything that is filling up your mind at the moment can have an incidence on the way you perceive our communication. So, true, this moment may not be the best one for our communication. Question: I understand. As a final question then, is there anything in particular we humans should be concerned right at this moment? Answer: no, not really. You keep trying and trying to make this into something is not, looking for a mystical or transcendental experience. You would marvel as to how normal this process for Earth is, and how simple things are in actuality. What's going to happen will happen and is not good or bad, it just is, and you will see by yourself very soon. Contact us again when your mind is a little more rested.